Well, hello friends, Vujosevic here, continuing a little bit of a ladder climb, and I do think it's fair to say that the deck that we're playing right now, the Barnes Shaman, is actually somewhat reasonably well suited for climbing ladder, especially if you're having a hard time with aggro, which it does not look like what we're coming up against right now. We just got a couple totem busters right here, which is unfortunate for us, but that's okay. So this deck basically relies on trying to hit a Barnes. Where's Barnes? My mouse always goes under our deck list. This is kind of becoming an unfortunate sized board here for us. Our opponent's probably loving it. Spell power, do we coin out the Spirit Claws and kill one of them? Or do we go for Earth Elemental victory next turn? What are the chances these are Shadow or Deaths? Let's live a little. Let's also squelch a little, to be honest with you. So I think this deck does significantly better against aggro than it does against... definitely against mid-range decks. I think mid-range decks generally blow us out of the water because we're just not able to get the resources that we need in order to set up our big plays. Our big plays generally evolve Elemental Destruction into Lava Shock in order to clear these big annoying boards, like it seems that we're getting to have to deal with right now. So the issue is we're going to coin out an Earth Elemental, or do we just go for a board clear? And we still have and the thing that we also have is 2 devolves, which is also kind of useful. Like this is almost devolvable, to be honest. I think it's devolvable because... Oh, you gotta be kidding. You gotta be kidding me. Okay, so this is worth killing a Tiny Fin for. So yeah, there's only 1 Spirit Claws. This deck I haven't played it too much since the nerf. Actually, I do have a couple videos up this season. That's a lie. But that doesn't work, dude. When it's healed, not inspire. Oh, I wonder if our opponent doesn't know how this mechanic works. Okay. I'm never going to attack. I guess actually, yeah, Earth Elemental does the trick, huh? So now there's a question of, do I want to Earth Elemental? And the answer is 100% yes. Because if this gets deathed or entombed, and if it kills everything on our opponent's board, that's pretty good result. The issue is now we're not going to be able to Lava Shock, but that's totally, and this is totally fine too. I don't really care. Another Spite Historian, I don't really... The issue is now there's going to be lots of dragon action going on. Probably Drac OP, which is terrifying. And actually, a lot of people... Let's talk about this now. A lot of people have talked about how Dragon Priest is probably going to go away and disappear once one standard rotates in, I don't know how long, a week, 2 weeks now? 5 days? Who knows? And nobody knows. At least the point of me recording this, nobody knows. Netherspite Historian is going to get Draconoid OP significantly more often now. And because of that, maybe it actually becomes like more powerful because of that. I mean, there's a lot of other good dragons that are just simply gone, but Netherspite Historian is going to be pulling Drac OP so often, as this card, by the way, is that we're expecting to be Drac OP. So I have the option now of Lava Shock and kill something to throw out another Earth Elemental. And then on 7, I'll be overloaded for 3. So I'll only have 4 mana. I kind of like saving it for the Elemental Destruction. I could Elemental Destruction here. It sets up basically a Sylvanas for next turn. And our opponent has played 1 death. I don't know that the Elemental Destruction's getting better, to be honest. And we still have a Hex if we need it. We've got our healing, which is obviously what we have in this deck, just to tech against the for us to be anti-aggro. Maybe we do this because we still have the Hex for if and when our opponent plays something big. Oh my goodness! So we completely dropped the ball there and 100% forgot where it was that we were in the game at this point. And I know, I realize how low we are at this point as well. But I think we'll be okay here. As long as, if we win this joust, I don't need to Lava Shock. We can just totem. He puts me back down to 13 and gets to play something. Let's kill it. Who cares about the overload at this point, right? At this point, we're throwing out huge things every turn anyway, so I'm not as worried. Oh, there's a dragon. Oh, that's a dragon. Yeah, that's a pretty good one. That's a pretty good one, but we're going to hit it with the Hex. And then play a pretty big minion of our own. And we know that there was another dragon activator somewhere in one of these two cards, because these were the two cards that our opponent Netherspite Historian'd with to generate this Chilma in the beginning. So these are dragons here. Drac OP. Don't get to kill you this turn, but probably next one, buddy. So this is fine. Opponent's going to heal face. And I think at this point, we basically just have minions that are going to be too big for our opponent every single turn. Is this worth a devolve? Nope. Because now we're just going to be throwing out huge minions. This is going to be a board that's going to be awkward for our opponent to deal with no matter what. And then we're going to throw out a little bit of Rage Unbound. Okay, so now we got to hit him with the devolve. Unless there's a way to kill Sylvanas. Ooh, I wonder if there's a way to... Oh, wait. I wonder how our opponent does this. If there's a way to steal Ysera. Come on. Give me Lightning Bolt. Oh yeah, this'll do it, right? Oh yeah, this guarantees we steal Ysera now. If we hit the Lightning Storm... There we go. Come to me, Ysera. Sylvanas is pretty good, though. Oh, look at that. That's a pretty smooth move by us. And now we are the Yseras. Got him. That was pretty fun. That was a sweet turn. That was a lot of fun, that turn. Win streak. I didn't even know. And we're faced with a pretty tough question to begin the game. Pretty tough challenge. Our opponent didn't mulligan anything. Do we just Lightning Storm this? Or do we wait? And I will go for the Lightning Storm. Most Shamans are not running the Pirate package, so as good as it was that we got the Maelstrom to start the game, it's not really that much of a benefit to us. Because against the Pirate Warriors, who might, let's say, N'Zoth's first mate, get patches, coin out... yeah, see, this is a problem now for us. But that's fine, because we'll coin out our nice big juicy 3-4 next turn. A nice 3-4 that's going to pull, let's say, what do we want pulled the most? Oh my goodness. This is terrifying. Ooh, spear. I'm gonna go ahead with the Barnes, hoping, let's say, Ysera, Yashiraj, or Rag. Oh, Rag, come on, do it, buddy. One of these two. Both are good. There we go. This deck is a lot of fun to play when things like this happen, I'm not gonna lie. And the fact that there is so much heal in AoE, oftentimes you get to the point in the games where you're actually able to do things. They're not always as fun as, you know, calling a Barnes, pulling a Rag or something like that. But, ooh, that's not the best for us, but that's okay. I think that's probably worth the Maelstrom Portal, to be honest with you. Just so I don't take any damage, and we'll be able to help clear our board. Does our opponent not? I was going to say, if our opponent doesn't have any sort of ping damage, they're going to be very upset. Now I kind of want a Maelstrom Portal less, to be honest with you. And I don't want to overload. Not that there's any great 5 drops necessarily. I would be happy with an Earth Elemental. Let's not kid ourselves. Or do we just Feral Spirits now? This has been a little bit of an aggressive deck. We overload 2. We're stuck on 3 again, so we can still Hex next turn. We just can't also Hero Power, which I don't know how much value there is in the Hero Power, because we don't really have things from below, and we don't really have any sort of, like, buffing for when we go wide. But I just don't like the idea of capping ourselves so early on. Let's just see what we get. I think the key with this deck is, I mean, yes, the game we just saw, sure, we were able to win really quickly there, right? And that's lots of fun. But this deck, I think, is built for the long game. Like, I'm looking to kind of get a lot of value out of these AoEs. And see, now this is a much better Maelstrom Portal. as opposed to if we had blown it last turn, right? It just simply is. Do we want to overload? There's lots of actually Emperor. Let's hang on to the spell power now. Let's hang on to the guaranteed spell power, I should say. So if we are coming up against a Jade Shaman, probably a mid-range Jade Shaman, they haven't hit anything crazy yet. We have the devolves, which I think are going to be so powerful, especially for the non-Jades. Because Jade Shamans cap out at, what, 9, 10? We hit those ones with the hexes. The small ones we're going to be able to AoE down, and even the relatively large ones we're going to be able to AoE down, right? Almost all the way up until the end where we hex them. The only things we're going to have to worry about are a little bit of those mid-game, like he can start throwing out Azure Drake into Thing from Below, into that sort of stuff. But honestly, our mid-game, like if we hit an Emperor or Sylvanas at this point, or even Earth Elemental, our opponent's just going to be on their heels basically the rest of the game. I have no problem Lightning Storming this. As much as I know we just said we don't want to, and I don't. I genuinely don't want to have to do that. I'd much rather top deck a Lightning Bolt or even Spirit Claws, even though we know Spirit Claws is not great right now. Is our opponent debating a Lightning Bolt? That'd be kind of awesome, right? Halazeel's kind of awesome. So yeah, I don't want this to live, to be honest with you. I don't want to leave that up. As much as it pains me to overload myself, like I don't want to be overloaded. I think it's just so much better to have this board cleared. This is going to force an AoE from our opponent. We know that. And the issue is even Maelstrom Portal basically deals with it. Oh, if he gets his spell power now. Okay, that's better. Still have a couple minions to deal with him. Ooh, Maelstrom off the top. Oh, Shifter Zeros. Fancy seeing you here. Okay. Okay, I've had enough of this. Spell power. Okay, so this has definitely not been the game plan that we're hoping for, because we know there's still going to be a lot of, honestly, reasonably strong cards in our opponent's deck. Trog, that's fine. I'm not bothered. Not bothered by that either. So the only issue is, yeah, Thing from Below might have to eat it. Whoa! Lava Shock. Oh, what are the chances? Oh, wait. Can we actually die though? Like if this is Bloodlust, or if there's a Bloodlust top deck, how much damage are we actually taking? Like as much as I'd love to Thorsan right now so badly, but hold on. What's going to be the lowest? This is going to be the lowest attack +3 hit. This is 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 24. Oh, so dead if I don't clear, if that's a Bloodlust. he's looking. He's like, hey, Bloodlust. Oh, that's so upsetting. I mean, we have played a lot of AoE though, right? And the thing is, okay, so we're gonna overload the heck out of ourselves. 4 to 5. Hold on. Let's guarantee everything dies, please. Let's do this properly. So this happens, we get overloaded a whole heck of a bunch, and then we're gonna get overloaded even more. Excuse me. But this is honestly, I think that's the safest play. We're gonna assume this is Bloodlust until we see otherwise at this point. Because honestly, it'll make me feel better thinking that I was able to actually play around something like that. Oh, maybe it was. Lightning Bolt, that's pretty good for us. Oh, that totally could be, right? Now we get that big devolve. Alright, so now I think we're going to throw out Ysera, hopefully. I mean, if we have to react to something, obviously, then we just Thorsan. But if there's nothing going on, I think we just Ysera. Because that's just... Ysera's a game winner. Ysera can be a Dex win condition. Oh, it's almost good enough to still be able to be a Dex major win condition, I think, at this point. Hex, this is still our Bloodlust we're waiting for. That was the middle card our opponent played. That's totally okay. Thorsan can't keep up with us now. And now we're going to have basically infinite healing. These Jades are done. We are going to have to start pushing face. Don't get me wrong. I understand we're getting a little arrogant now when we really shouldn't. Because if this hits Thaurissan, we're in big, big trouble. That was also the middle card. Just so we're clear, that again was still not the Bloodlust we're expecting. We're good. We're good now. This I want to go face. This I want to get rid of. We'll go do that. We'll throw out a Laughing Sister just because I want a little bit more power on board. And I just want tons and tons of Thaurissan. Let's take a minute, everyone, and appreciate what Emperor Thaurissan has really done for us here. Because Thaurissan's going to be gone in like a week. And hey, there is a lot of stake. Oh, look at that Bloodlust still waiting there, eh? That Bloodlust. Oh, we know it is at this point. We know it has to be. Healing Wave, how do we want to do this? We have lots. I don't want to use the last Elemental Destruction. I kind of want to attack through this a little bit better than that. Spell Power, I think, is the best. 3 plus 2 is only 5. Let's just do this. I mean, sure, there's a little bit of damage, but we know this is Bloodlust, and we've got a whole ton of taunts up, so... This is basically, I think, just... This is now... This is just kind of systematic. Make your healthy trades. Hey, Jade Lightning. You know, we just make our systematically strong trades. Don't try and do anything silly, and then we're gonna win. I guess we could have devolved one of those turns, to be honest. I don't think we really needed to worry about that, though. Doesn't matter which one I take out. I'll take this one out. Sure, I don't want to get overloaded that much. This is now just grinding out our opponent. We finally have some, and we didn't have that much damage, to be honest. Our opponent probably thought, hey, there's nothing on board to deal with. And there wasn't. And there's still a lot of stake. We hope that's not the taunt, but this is why we had the extra power on board now. Just do it that way, I guess. Do you want to devolve? No. Oh no, now we're out of hero powers. That's okay. And maybe I should have just been going face a little bit sooner, but honestly, let's be safe, right? And we don't have the spell power to actually get through that. Do we want to burn a hex? Obviously we cannot. We can do this though. Give me a charger. Just upsetting more than anything else. I'm gonna go ahead and save the 3-2 because I want some power on board. I was debating burning a healing wave here. Oh, this game is taking so long now. All my big finishers are still in here. We've got lots and lots of big minions. Please tell me. Oh. If we get a high roll here, our board's almost cleared. There we go.
I have no time for games.
There was already a flame tongue. There's lots of ways for a shaman to deal 1 damage though. Maybe I should have just gone face. But I mean, there was AoE. There's lots of AoE in shaman though. There we go. Take that face damage. Attaboy. Oh, so upsetting. So upsetting. Jeez. We're grinding this one out though. We are grinding. If our opponent wants to do some of that face stuff, I'm cool with it. We basically have the answer for everything in this. Look at that play around. Imagine we would have honestly been done a second game if we hadn't played around that Bloodlust. Just play it. Play the Bloodlust. Yeah, taking the trade that you can. We're all out of other... Oh my goodness. I'm gonna healing wave the Earth Elemental. Hey, there's a Flame Wreath. All right, let's go. Okay. I do just want to win at this point. I mean, as much as I have been appreciating seeing this, I hope our opponent throws out the Bloodlust once they realize they don't have the answers, right? Thunderbluff, Valiant, Midrange, Jade, Shaman. But it hasn't been Jadey enough. You know what I mean? I think we can default and win here. 12, 13, 14, 15. We cannot. Devolve to 0. Oh, we could devolve into horrible things. I don't want to risk it at this point.
I wonder.
Do we want to try and steal something? Yeah, let's try and steal something. Get enough value out of this. Take the 4/4 is pretty nice. Taking 5/5s is even better, to be fair with you. Got that board clear. Finally locked it up. Got him. Whew. This deck. And the thing is, I always said this deck is really good against aggro, but we just haven't seen it for me to be able to show that to you. I'm going to keep going, hopefully find some more some aggro games to be able to share with everyone. Thanks for hanging out with me, everyone. We hit those single digits, which is always nice. Feel free to subscribe, proving that we're not totally pleb rank all the time. But it's, you know what, I don't mind. I like playing the teams, playing the fun decks. Just sometimes you can play the fun decks now that we have the floors in the single digits as well, which is kind of cool. I really enjoy that now. Loving the floors. I'll see you next time.